Questions?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Fitzsimmons, you heard me in my opening express my concern over the cancellation of grants to Democratic states. On December 23rd, the Department of Energy stipulated in court that the primary reason for its grant termination decisions in October was whether or not the awardee was in a Democratic state. And in case my Republican colleagues have any doubt, I'll just ask unanimous consent to enter the court filing in the record, Mr. Chairman, if you will. Thank you. So, Mr. Fitzsimmons, do you believe that the energy projects that receive government grants or loans should be the ones in states that voted for President Trump?
Thank you for the question. No, we continuously review all of the projects in the DoE portfolio to ensure the projects are consistent with U.S. national security and that they have a path to technical, financial, and economic feasibility. That is a responsibility that we have as stewards of taxpayer resources, and that work will continue.
Well, again, I appreciate your saying no, but I do want to read what it says in the court filing. It says the primary reason for the selection of which DOE grant termination decisions were included in the October 2025 notice tranche was whether the grantee was located in a blue state. I mean, so kind of contradicts what's said, but thank you. I'm glad you said no. So unfortunately, it appears that the Secretary of Energy and the President disagree with you, but if you believe that was wrong, then shouldn't all those awardees have their grants restored?
Our positions are entirely consistent because the process is, as I just explained it, we continuously review all of the projects in the DOE portfolio. That is our job. That is our fundamental responsibility because we are stewards of taxpayer resources. We look at projects on an individualized basis and we make decisions about whether they have a path to technical viability, economic and financial feasibility. That is our responsibility.
Well, I appreciate that, and I appreciate your saying that that it's wrong to make the primary decision whether or not you're in a Democratic state, but I think it's quite clear that it is different from what you're saying is different from what the President and the Secretary have been saying. But let me get to the second question, because the other thing that keeps bothering me here is that my colleagues on the committee constantly say that they believe in an all-of-the-above energy strategy, but I wanted to ask you whether yes or no, you don't have to get into it, yes or no, do you believe in an all-of-the-above energy strategy?
Yes, for resources that can compete on a level playing field.
Okay. Well, the Secretary of Energy, Wright, was very clear with us when he came before the subcommittee last year, and he said he does not believe in an all-of-the-above energy strategy. I asked him a question. He said he doesn't. So again, you're saying something different. I'm glad because I agree with you. I don't believe with the Secretary. And I certainly don't think that the Secretary or the President have followed an all-of-the-above energy strategy because they continue to deny anything that involves clean energy, and they keep stressing that they're, that they want what I call dirty energy, prioritize fossil fuels. And they've moved the goalposts. They're canceling every single clean energy project they possibly can, no matter how helpful it might be to keeping electricity bills down or keeping the lights on. I guess I'm hoping that maybe your comments today have moved, maybe you can influence the Secretary and the President to have an all-above policy and to bring back these grants and not continue to prioritize grants that only go to Republican states. But with that, Mr. Chairman, I'll yield back.
Well, thank you very much.